folks, Ariel over here, trying this, where today I'm seeing if I can get all the potatoes out of the ground. Now it looks like a pretty big black storm rolling in behind me. They were saying chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. So we'll see if I get through this, because I've got the rest of that bed and that whole one. But the time has come to try to get these out of the ground. As you can see, that's a potato plant. They are fully dead. I am also pulling some weeds here as I go, because this bed hadn't been weeded in quite a while. And it's not really a big deal in the middle of the season when they're established and growing anyway. But as you can see here, I'm getting a pretty good harvest. I've got part of a crate of red potatoes over there. There's more red potatoes in that next bed. These are all Yukon Golds, and generally my dirt's not quite as good as it was in my last location yet, but it's mostly soft enough that if I pull up right where each plant was, I am able to turn up, look at that beautiful big one, the majority of the potatoes, you know, closest to the surface. Check out that trophy. And that allows me to get at least most of them without stabbing them, either with a spading fork, which is what we always use growing up, or like this little trowel, which is what I've been using for years now. And then I'm usually far enough in that I can see ones like that that are buried a little too deep for just pulling out, but still be able to get them without injuring the potato, because all these I'm laying them back behind me here in the soft dirt, and then I'm going to come along and put them in the crate. But if you want potatoes to store well, you want to treat them a little bit like handling eggs. I could throw them around and then go eat them for dinner. You probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But if I want these to keep 6-8 months from now and still be good, you want to be gentle with them. You don't want any bruising or banging or anything like that in order to get them to store well. And so then I just kind of go through every now and then. There's one buried way down in. It's pretty rare. Just kind of make sure that I'm getting them all. And here again, I'd pull the top off the plant, and I can get probably most of them kind of at the surface just with my gloves. And I'm getting some teeny weeny little, like marble sized ones. I seem to always get a handful of those. I'm just separating them out in their own bowl there, and we'll make something with them right away, because the teeny weeny guys don't store so well long term. They just don't have enough mass, I think. They tend to start to dehydrate. There goes some thunder. I knew it looked like it was planning to storm. Anyway, this is how I do a potato harvest. And then I'll generally sort through here and, you know, organize all of there. I can see there's one right up against the edge here. See if I can get him without damaging him. Sort these into crates. I'm not going to wash them or anything. Again, like most produce that you actually want to store for any length of time. And sometimes when I pull a plant, it comes up with some potatoes on it. That I'm fairly sure is the potato I planted that it grew out of. It's not all slimy. Usually they are. All those potato tops and weeds and such will just go into the compost. But anyway, you don't want to wash them. I can, you know, definitely brush off, and I'm occasionally picking out rocks here as I go. Hi, beautiful. Hi, I saw that very nice stick you picked up. I did. But look at my trophy potatoes. You know you're not supposed to be in the garden beds. Look at my How am I supposed to work? I love you. I do. Now beep beep. Oh, I know. You didn't like that thunder. Burley's never been a big fan of thunder. Anyway, now I lost my train of thought, baby boy. I'm just going to gently stack them in the crate, and they're going to go, now that we have Clay's shop, they're going to go in the one corner there where they will stay cool but above freezing. And generally you want some air movement around them, so those crates, like you can see, have air, you know, able to circulate through the sides. I've seen people use wood crates, burlap sacks, anything like that that allows some air movement seems to work. And the majority of these should keep till spring. Now we'll be eating them all through the winter, of course, but usually by kind of early summer I only have a handful left, and they are getting to be a little bit shriveled and make good mashed potatoes or potato soup or something at that point. And then I'm out until the new crop grows again. And I'm overall pretty pleased with the harvest here so far. I'm gonna weigh it when we're done here, and I'm not sure I'll get done today before getting rained out, but got a lot of really nice big ones. And like I said, there's always seems to be some small ones and some medium ones, and that's just fine. I don't think it's quite the best potato crop I've ever had, but it's a lot better than our first year here at this place last year, so I'm very happy with that result. And so I hear that thunder rolling around me, thinking I might get what I have out picked up and put in a crate here before it starts to actually rain on me. So now that I've laid them all up here on the surface, well, not all, but all the ones I've got, these little teeny weeny guys, like I said, I'm just putting in a bowl here to use first, plus this one that I managed to stab with my little trowel, which does happen, but I know those won't keep as well. So I'm picking out those for the use first pile. But look at all the ones I've got like this. And those are all going, just again, gently stacking them in here. I'm starting to hear some raindrops. Gently stacking them into the crate here. And the medium ones as well, stacking just fine beside them. You could sort them by size if you want, but I don't particularly care. I figure anything that's big enough to not fall out the holes in the crate is big enough to store. And this is pretty easy. Stuck these in the ground in the spring. Actually, Clay did. He planted the potatoes while I was planting a bunch of the other seeds, which worked out well because they're one of his favorite crops. He didn't have to be at work today. He'd love to be here pulling them out of the ground. Whenever I'm pulling root veggies up, it always feels a little bit like magic. Like there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden, bam, there is. Anyway, stuck them in the ground and went through and pulled a few weeds, maybe 2 rounds in the spring. That's what I do with a lot of the beds, and by then the plant I'm trying to grow is usually up far enough to pretty well outcompete anything else. And kept them watered. That's really all I did. And getting a harvest of a year's worth of potatoes, it looks like. So this is only about halfway down this bed, and I might have to get the camera out of the rain here at least. If it gets too much, I have to wait and come back another day. But if I've already got, fairly nearly a crate and a half out of half of one of the 2 beds, that's pretty promising for the total volume of potatoes we've got here. So that's how simple it is to grow potatoes. And harvest them and store them. Back again. We had quite a lengthy interruption actually. I did get thunderstormed out. We had some pretty violent thunderstorms come through that night. Even put down some snow up high on the mountaintops, which is very late for the first snow up there this year. It has already melted again. Then the next few days we were busy because I've been helping my brother get a cabin built to live in before winter, so we won't be in a camper all winter. Anyway, so now I'm back to my potato project, trying to finish this up. So I'm picking up where I left off, but you probably don't want to watch me do this the entire way along here. So I'm just going to pull up all the rest of the potatoes, and then we'll see what all we have once I am done, which is kind of exciting. So folks, that is what harvesting 240 pounds of potatoes looks like. What you're seeing sitting here in the 5 crates in that bowl is actually about 220 pounds. We've already eaten a bunch of little guys, several other plants full, and so on, but that's approximately our harvest for the year. And I'm very happy with this. This should last us all winter long. And that's out of about 130 square feet of garden bed space. That's actually a little less than that because there was basil and stuff growing in the end of one of those. So I don't know, 120 square feet of space or a bit less is what produced this. And I'm very happy with this harvest. All I did to grow these was put my chopped up potatoes. You can find, hi Velcro, you're going to be in the way. You can find videos on the channel of how I plant potatoes, put those in the ground in the spring. I did not hill them. I did nothing else other than to water them like I did all the other garden beds. And this is the result. What you're looking at here is these are red skin potatoes. They're red on the outside, white on the inside. They're called blue, but they're actually more like a purple skin potato if the dirt is washed off. They're kind of a very rich purple on the outside, white on the inside also. These are Yukon Golds, which is one of my very favorites. They are kind of yellow on the outside and inside. And I kind of sorted them by size here, so I've got a big crate and a medium crate. And then these guys are dark blue. They almost look blackish on the outside, but when you cut them open, they're purple the whole way through. So if you make like mashed potatoes with something like those, they look like Play-Doh, which is interesting and kind of fun. Anyway, this bowl is the ones I've picked out that are either little, which there's nothing wrong with, they just don't store as well, or have damage of some kind. Either I hit them with my little trowel when I was digging them, or there's just a couple that have some kind of scab on their skin, or a little bit of greening that I'm going to cut off, something like that. That's the bowl we're going to use up first. The rest of these are going to go into storage in the corner of the shop since we have that space to store them now. And that's going to be our year's supply of potatoes to make mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, French fried ones, potato salad, potato soups, all that kind of thing. And this is a pretty incredible harvest. I'm very, very happy with this, and hopefully that maybe encourages you to grow some of your own, because they really are pretty easy, and it's fun to grow all the different colors and have pretty potatoes.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Come back next time for more adventures.
Thanks for watching.